Alright, last video I talked to you about is why I hate fanatics. When you got a group of fanatics, you're fighting against something. You're fighting to end something, maybe an idea or a group of people. You're fighting against something, you're not fighting for something. That's a very important but subtle distinction. For example, if a person who's a libertarian is fighting for libertarian ideas, they will find ways to build up their ideal society. They'll live according to those principles. When you're fighting against something, it's not about those principles. It's about ending an other. A mother who is a feminist will try to build a good life for her son because she cares for him. A person who's fighting against something, a fanatic who's feminist, is trying to fight against men. With that out of the way. But last video I told why I hate fanatics. Because when you get a group that you assigned or has been assigned by a leader a life mission to annihilate someone else or something else, that once the thing that they're fighting against is annihilated, you only lead up with a group of people who only know one thing, is destroy things, and nothing to aim that tendency to other people. So they'll end up turning on each other, split civil war, it will never end. Now let's talk about what makes a fanatic. A fanatic is either a person who has become that way, either because they have become frustrated and had problems and now are using their new ideology as a way to justify their weakness or their flaws as a strength, as something worthy of praise. Or excuse it. Or they were healthy individuals, and through indoctrination and adherence to that ideal, they become flawed. They become emotionally, mentally, or physically unstable and a wreck or dysfunctional in some way. Now, the pattern you will see with the fanatic is the following. Feminism. I'm perfect because I'm a woman. Women are great. Women are supposed to be given all the good stuff. At the same time, woe is me, I'm a woman. I'm not perfect. Everyone's out to get me. Then they'll say men are powerful. The patriarchy. And for some reason give a strange doublethink that they're all powerful, but they're all dumb and stupid at the same time. And everything's their fault. The patriarchy's fault. So in order to become a good person all the time, we must annihilate, out of moral superiority, to the patriarchy and subjugate men. A white supremacist is the same way. By the mere virtue of being white association, they are superior, but they are also have a paranoid mindset. I am going under white brothers are going underneath genocide. I must do something about it. And they assign all the evils of the world on another, maybe black people, black people, Jews, whatever. So we must annihilate them. The same with Islam. Me being a Islam Muslim, male Muslim, means I am superior. I'm able to subject other people, and the world would be perfect if I annihilated everything else. The same thing with capitalism. If we destroy capitalism, everything will be perfect. Every chance you have a lazy tendency to gain self-esteem through association, moral superiority for one's sadistic urges to annihilate another group, and a tendency to say that all the world's problems are on this group and we never do anything wrong. This is the pattern you will see in no matter what group. What is really happening, though, is what makes a fanatic is the reason why you will keep having these problems and splits no matter how many people you annihilate, no matter what ideology, is what is happening is each group is projecting their Jungarian shadow onto the outgroup. For example, you got a bunch of people who are emotionally or mentally unstable, flawed, who are not dealing with their emotional inner selves, not looking inward, and are projecting their problems onto an out group. So what you're doing is, the reason why you will keep having these schisms and problems is once the out group's out, then you have a group of followers whose only goal and skill in life is annihilating other things or other people. But the reason why they found that ability to, the idea of fighting against something appealing is it was a way to escape their personal flaws. So now you got a group of people who have very experienced, very skilled at annihilating other people and other things with mental or emotional or physical problems. It won't take long for them to look inward gets really uncomfortable. So it won't take long for these nasty people to turn on each other. This is why fanaticism exists. Fanaticism exists because the people are no longer able to cope with the state of affairs in everyday life or in the society. And so they end up looking for someone to blame for their failures and shortcomings. And once they achieve their end of getting rid of the other, they're only left with themselves. So if you do not like the idea of schisms and breaking up and constant bloodshed or constant fighting, and you do not like fanaticism, you must get people to learn how to deal with their inner selves. Now, the next video I will talk about the problems fanaticism can present itself by using examples of the 2016 election and what other problems it creates.